Welcome to Intelle Learn, your ultimate source for learning. So today is our last video, which is going to be on pure virtual function and an abstract class. So in this video, we are going to learn about what is a pure virtual function in C++ programming, what is an abstract class in C++ programming, and what is the syntax of a pure virtual function along with the example of the abstract class. So let's begin. Before that, I would like to tell you, if you haven't completed with C++ inheritance and virtual functions, make sure to watch those videos so that you will understand about what is a pure virtual function and what is an abstract class in C++ programming. So let's start with the new topic, that is pure virtual function. Pure virtual function. So the definition of a pure virtual function is a function which is declared inside the base class and its definition is redefined in the other derived classes. So in simple terms, in virtual function, we created a whole function, that is the function definition, inside the base class and also redefined that function definition in the child classes as well. But in pure virtual function, it is not going to happen. We are just going to declare the function inside the base class and it will be redefined in the child class only. In simple words, we can talk about pure virtual function as a function having no code inside the base class. It is only declared and the function must be redefined in all the derived classes. So this is about pure virtual function we are going to learn. So what is an abstract class? Let's talk about in very simple words. An abstract class is a class having a pure virtual function. It means that first, a class will be defined as an abstract class if there is a pure virtual function inside it. If there isn't any pure virtual function, it is not an abstract class. So let's see the let's see the syntax of the pure virtual function. So syntax is in front of you. So let's see the syntax of a pure virtual function. So the syntax of the pure virtual function is class followed by the class name. Under the public access modifier, we have created a pure virtual function. So as we all know about a virtual function is having a virtual keyword along with the function definition, that is the function code itself, function body itself. But in pure virtual function, what we have done, we haven't given any function code towards it. We have written equal to 0 semicolon. It means that we have declared the pure virtual function. We have declared the virtual function inside the class and it will be redefined in other child classes. So this is about a pure virtual function in which a virtual function, that is a pure virtual function, will be declared inside the base class and it will be redefined in the derived classes as well. So in abstract class, there is a rule. We create a virtual function, that is a pure virtual function. Then it must be redefined in each and every derived class. And second one is abstract class. We cannot create an object of the abstract class. So we can use the data members and member functions of the abstract class except pure virtual function. Because we know about pure virtual function, it is redefined inside the other child classes. So what we are going to do in abstract classes as well, we are going to create an abstract class and derived classes will be created from the abstract class. So we are going to create a child class object which will access the data members and member functions except pure virtual functions of the abstract class as well. So let's see with the example what's going to happen. So example is in front of you. So this is the example which I have taken from Programiz.com. It is my preference that you can watch Programiz.com website for more programming language tutorials. So because it gives pure theoretical notes as well as practical codes as well, and it has a large amount of examples which you can learn, and it is also providing us the videos. So make sure to watch Programiz website for your self-study videos, right? For tutorials where you can take your notes as well as theoretical plus practical notes. So let's see with this beautiful example of Programiz.com website. So in this example, what we have done, we have created a base class, that is a parent class, okay, which is an abstract class named as shape, inside which we have created a protected data member. As we all know about protected data member, it can be accessed between the derived classes but not the main function. So in this we have created get dimension member function which will take the dimension, okay, so it is a normal member function. So did you notice one thing? We have created a calculate area pure virtual function. So why it is created as a pure virtual function in simple words? See, this is a base class shape. In shape class, calculate area member function will not have any code. It will depend on the child classes, right? It will depend on the derived classes. According to that, the code will be given. So that's why we have created calculate area pure virtual function having no code. It means that this calculate area member function will be redefined in each and every derived classes. So we have created a square class which inherits the properties of the shape class. As we all know, calculate area will be redefined, and we all know about dimension. So what is the formula of the square? Side multiplied by side. So that's why we are taking a single value in the shape. So dimension multiplied by dimension. Next one is circle. As we all know about circle, it is 3.14, right? Pi r square. So pi is equal to 3.14 and r stands for radius. So it's a single value. So it is also stored inside a dimension which is protected, which we can access, and calculate area is redefined in this. So we got to know, see, this is a pure virtual function. It means that it is under the class having no code which is declared, and it will be redefined in each and every derived classes. So as we can see, it is redefined in square. It is redefined. Formula is dimension multiplied by dimension. That is, the code is changed. And for calculate area of the circle, 3.14 multiplied by dimension. And we all know about an abstract class. Abstract class contains a pure virtual function. Abstract class does not have any objects. It means that we cannot create objects of the abstract class, but we can access the data members and the member functions of the abstract class with the help of the derived class objects. Exception is pure virtual function. We cannot access of the abstract class. So we have created square object of the square class. So as we all know, we can access the dimension data member and the get dimension data member, and we all know pure virtual function cannot be accessed, but we all know that it is redefined in the square class, so we are going to use it. So same goes for circle. So square dot get dimension, as we all know about get dimension method which is used here, it is going to take the value from the user and it will be stored inside the dimension data member under the protected access modifier. So area of square, we have used calculate area. So object square is of class square. That's why calculate area object will be executed of the square class, cause object is of class. So square object is of square class. Same is repeated for circle. We have taken the dimension, and with the help of the calculate area, which is redefined in circle as well, it is going to execute it. So let's try to execute. So enter the length of the square, 5, enter. Area of the square is 25. So yes, answer is correct. Next one is 3. Area of circle is 28.26. So this is all about a pure virtual function, a function which is declared inside the class and it is redefined in the derived classes. It is known as a pure virtual function. And what is an abstract class? A class having a pure virtual function is an abstract class. It does not have any objects. We cannot create objects of the abstract class, but we can use the data members and the member functions except pure virtual functions with the help of the derived class objects. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section below. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more programming video updates. So this is the last video of the C++ programming. So we have successfully completed with the C++ programming playlist as well. So make sure, please watch the video. Please understand about the programming languages as well. Make sure, if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section below. If there are some new topics which I'm going to explain about C++, I'm definitely going to upload the video, so don't worry about it as well. So make sure, please like to my channel and subscribe for more video updates. Thank you so much.